Well, more than 600,000 Nevadans live and pay into a homeowners association. That's roughly half the state. And with such a large majority, you'd think there'd be clear understanding of how they work, what we pay for, who's watching them. Well, recently, we've reported horror stories of HOAs raising monthly assessments, in fact, in one case, by more than 160%, because the community didn't have enough money. So tonight, we look at one Henderson complex to see what went wrong there and what you should be looking for.
Absolutely not.
For years, Gordon Rossi dodged pools of water around his home at Somerset Park.
Like a asphalt swamp bog. Where you could go and when you step on it, air bubbles would come out of the ground.
Dozens of fellow homeowners stepping on swollen cracks and streams running down the street. The HOA discovered the entire water system had to be replaced. But there wasn't nearly enough money in the HOA's reserve account to pay for it.
They were in dire straits. Water had been leaking for years and years and years, and it became a critical time for them.
So the city of Henderson, led by City Council member Carrie Cox, fronted nearly $700,000 to fix the underground system, rather than force 85 families out of their homes.
There is no money to fix the property.
But why couldn't the neighbors afford their own repairs?
Well, the place has been here since the 80s. I figured should have been a pretty healthy reserve.
When you pay your dues, think of it as going into two different buckets, like a checking and a savings account. So your checking is for operational cost, your routine maintenance, landscaping, pool cleaning, things like that. But the other bucket, your savings or your HOA reserve, is money specifically set aside to replace major components, things like roofing, electrical, streets, and water systems.
If you're on the board of directors.
For more than 20 years, Sean Anderson has been specializing in HOA litigation. He realizes for many HOA board members, navigating all these responsibilities can be a challenge.
They don't fully understand the intricate nature of these reserve studies.
So how do you know if your community is financially fit to handle a major catastrophe? Nevada's Real Estate Division, or NRED, requires HOAs to submit its reserve study. But with thousands of HOAs across the state, those documents are rarely reviewed.
Whether or not it's their job, NRED absolutely has the authority, has the statutory ability to conduct these studies and investigate the studies.
They have the ability, but do they have the manpower? The short answer, no. Because there's only one auditor for the entire state reviewing these forms. In a rare interview, Sonia Merriweather, a spokesperson for NRED, admits they are horribly understaffed.
Well, we have one auditor. We have 3,800 associations. So can I say that every association every year is looked at? No, that wouldn't be feasible, or could it be done by one auditor? But when we do pull a report, we pull what's called a master report, and anything that kind of jumps out that just doesn't look quite right.
I guarantee you the director at NRED already knows about this problem. They're just not doing anything about it.
Retired Army officer Will Bradley has served on his HOA board and been forced off of it for what he claims is being a whistleblower.
That's a Hilton time.
Living in a high-rise on the Strip, he fears many association reserves are dangerously low. Without state intervention, board members and homeowners need to be proactive.
I want to see in writing how funded our reserve fund is. And I want to see the last report that our HOA submitted to the Nevada Real Estate Division proving how funded it was.
So how do you figure that out? An expert is hired every 3 to 4 years to walk the community and study all the major components and decides how long those items should last and what it would cost to replace them. That's how much money a community should have in its reserve. But for your average homeowner, that could be tricky.
Well, they're the butcher, baker, and candlestick maker, and they don't know a lot of this stuff because they're volunteering their time to be on the board to make sure that the community is adequately cared for. But they just really don't fully understand, even though they are technically required to understand how the law works and what's required of them.
In the case of Somerset, the HOA barely had $62,000 in its reserve fund. For a complex of this size and this age, experts suggest it should have had more than triple that. There's no way it could have paid $682,000 for those water repairs.
Frankly, they can blame it on staffing. I don't know what the cause is, but we are not being properly regulated and supervised. Therefore, chances are, if you're in an HOA, your HOA is a mess and you don't even know it.
A mess homeowners like Rossi are left to clean up and pay up.
I should have read all these paperwork and looked into it every single time it came instead of just assuming that somebody else was going to do their job.
All right, so if you're in an HOA, go to the meetings, review the budget, ask to see that reserve balance, monitor the property management company as well, because remember, you're paying them. Ask questions, find out how those funds are being managed. Now for Somerset Park, talk about the perfect storm. Its company, Heritage Management Group, owned by Diana Stegman, is accused of embezzling thousands of dollars from multiple communities. At one point, it handled monies for 14 HOAs. Her license has been revoked and charges are pending. But now it's just too hard to say how much money may be missing from those Somerset accounts.